There's a constant negativity that feeds into everything when it comes to video games and social media. It seems like as soon as social media, YouTube, pseudo-celebrity status, creating these personas for yourselves when it comes to YouTube and gaming, it's all about finding ways for people to see you rather than for them to see the games that you're playing or highlight really unique attempts at new IPs, and negativity is what drives views, subs, follows, everything. Think about it. When's the last time you heard of a brand new IP and the first thing that you saw online wasn't something negative? It doesn't look good. It doesn't play good. It's the same old idea. It's constant negativity. And this game sort of is the culmination of all of that heaviness that weighs down on new IPs when publishers or developers try something new. Instant negativity. Think about Forspoken. The first time we saw it, 33 seconds of dialogue was taken, and the entire game was tarnished because of that 33 seconds of dialogue. Then it became the graphics aren't up to snuff. Then it became the world is a bit dull and barren. Even though we didn't know anything about the story or the world, maybe the world is like that for a reason, and maybe you find out about that through playing the game and listening to the story. But no, it's all about instant reactions because the first person to say it is the one that gets the attention. And to be honest, I get tired of it because this is a game, this is a brand new IP, and this is an attempt at creating a new character, a new world, new styles of gameplay. And the first time I tried the game, I turned it on, I look at the game, I think, okay, it's a beautiful game. It's not the highest end graphics that we've seen this generation so far, but for what it's presenting, a huge open world to explore and more importantly to traverse, because that is something that is brand new in this game. Think about the game Infamous. Multiply it by 100 and then put the character in an open world. And that's what you have with this game. There's almost a metagame within the game of just traveling around and exploring and using your powers. The character Frey is a well-written character, and you have to take the journey from the beginning of the game to the end of the game to find out why her personality is like this, to see her evolve. There are moments of whimsical, quote-unquote cringy dialogue, but there are just as many moments of really deep, thoughtful, and impactful dialogue that you're going to miss out on because of the instant take that this game got and the instant negativity that social media drives around everything. And it's affected gaming to the point where we don't even want anything new anymore. We take a look at Dead Space. Everyone knew that Dead Space was going to be good. Why? Because we've played it before. They make it prettier. Everyone knows the Resident Evil 4 remake is going to be good. Why? Because we've played it before. We can't really say anything bad about it because it's already been out. It's already been reviewed. The quote-unquote experts have already given it good scores. So what do? We say, can't wait for the remakes. Can't wait for the remasters. And I like them as well. I think the Dead Space remaster is great. But what happens when a new IP comes along? The first thing is critique. Find something wrong with it before you even experience the game. Forspoken is the best new IP that's released this generation so far. Period. It is the best new IP. The character is well written, is compelling. You'll absolutely love. I absolutely love playing as Frey Holland. The world is unique. The story is what sets it apart, because what it does is it takes aspects of old fairy tales, and yes, it borrows heavily from them, but what it also does is take that and then spin it into its own unique thing. And it's what drives you to constantly want to continue forward and learn more about the world, the characters, and your abilities, because it's the abilities that are the standout in this game. The traversal, again, I keep talking about it, but once you unlock these abilities, from running on the land to jumping up high to grappling and swinging yourself high up in the air to skimming across the water, and then switching to the different powers, the different elemental powers that you have, Everything feels very fluid. It feels very unique. It's its own game that borrows from things from the past, things from the present even, but spins it in its own unique way. And I feel like because of social media, because of the constant need to find something bad, it happens all the time with new IPs and they can never get off the ground. We keep saying we want new things, and then when we get them, our first response is to find something negative. The graphics aren't good. The frame rate isn't good. Oh, it dips to this resolution. Oh, it dips to that resolution. Who cares about this stuff? Now, I'm not saying that there isn't some group of people out there that like tech and things like that, but it's not about the minutia. It's about the macro. It's not about the micro level things that you can pick apart, because you can do that with any medium. It's about the totality of the experience. For instance, let me give you an example. One of the critiques was, well, the world feels barren. The world is barren for a reason. And when you find that out through playing the game and listening to the way the story's told, that comes together to give you an experience. Not just saying, well, I saw 2 minutes of gameplay before the game came out and the world looked barren. Or I heard 33 seconds of dialogue that was cringy, so that must mean the entirety of the game has cringy dialogue. There are no characters that are compelling. There's no story to be told. And that is not true. It's not true with any game, especially with this game. Sure enough, the game releases and all I'm seeing are people playing the game and saying things like, wow, I'm really surprised. Oh, I didn't know it was this good. Why do you think that is the reaction? Because people are going off of zero information. They're going off of these early takes from these influencers, from these people who want to say something ridiculously negative because it's going to draw in hits, subscribers, likes, whatever it is. It's about seeing them. It's not about seeing the game, because nobody can tell you everything about a video game from a 33-second clip or from 2-minute gameplay sessions. They don't know the story. They don't know why a character behaves the way she does in the beginning of a game versus the middle or the end. They don't know why the world looks the way it does in the beginning of the game versus the middle or the end. They know absolutely nothing. Now, am I saying that everyone has to like this game? No, but what I am saying is this is another game that's critiqued unfairly based on zero information because of social media and the need for people to need you to see them rather than get information about a game, be excited, tell you the positives. Positives don't sell on social media. Negatives do. Don't believe me? Take a look around. When's the last time you saw a video about a game that was brand new and somebody talked about all of these wonderful things that they saw in the game rather than pick apart things like, well, it's slowed down here. Well, what's the resolution? What's the frame rate? What's the frame rate between the Xbox and the PlayStation? I need to know that because it's very important. How about we look at games the way we used to? Because there are plenty of people who had these hyper ridiculous takes that are playing this game now and are shocked at how good it is. This is the best new IP so far this generation. Play Forspoken. It is an absolute gem. I love it. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.